Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Delphine and I wanted to sit down and do a week recap, and I think I forgot or didn't have time to catch you guys up the previous week, so we're gonna go. This is why I tab it out. If you didn't see my last video, this is a brand new Midori cover in like their plum color, and I don't even know if that's what it's called. That's just, yeah. This charm I just put on. I had this airplane charm come with it. I do think it's cute, but for now I'm gonna use this. Okay, moving on. I am trying to kind of straighten this. You can totally see how much this is bent, and I know these are my my doggies. I did try to clean this from last time, you guys, so I hope it looks okay, but if this bothers you, I'm so sorry. Like, skip that. Okay, back into things here. We're gonna do the weekly recap, and I take a... Oh, yeah, I kind of redecorated this. I always wanted to put this bear sticker here. This is just a floater. This is a floater. This is just slightly taped down, because it's cool to look into this. It says Catacosmic created this. I found it on Pinterest, so let's jump into the tab. This pink tab, this little pink tab, is where I tell myself we left off. So, okay, so I did leave off quite a long time ago. I did a week ahead, and I highlighted everything that I got done, and I actually did get a couple more things done that I should probably cross off, but yeah. Except for that one's important. Maybe I should come back to that. Okay, moving on. These are some personal goals that I had a lot on my mind, so I went ahead and brain dumped it out on these pages. Then I did my July 7th to the 13th. I write Monday through Sunday, and then I do my scheduling and all my to-dos or things to remember. So let me see. Monday, I was pretty exhausted and sore, but I accomplished a lot, I guess. And this is a while ago, so I'm trying to like also remember. Oh wow, yeah, I was doing a lot of housework that day. I don't know what goes on with me, but Mondays and Tuesdays I like to just get a huge chunk of chores done. So I clearly did that. I think this is a pattern in my life I'm noticing now that I'm writing this out. I want to keep writing bigger, but every single time I do, I get back to my smaller writing habits. So I wrote that, like, it's easier to read, it's easier to write if I write just a smidge bigger. It doesn't ruin anything. I'm just trying to get in the habit. Sometimes I'm so used to my tiny little scribbles, so let me see. I do beat myself up because I didn't get enough done, and right here it says that I got super lazy. Okay, well, when I burn myself out with chores, obviously I'm gonna get lazy, and I ended up having a burrito. I remember this now. I microwaved a burrito, and I took the rice and beans out, and because I didn't like the tortilla wrap they used, because I think it was like an Annie's brand, and I just dumped the rice and beans on top of chips and like made myself the most lazy vegan hack ever, and I know it's great. So then I wrote out some thoughts that I was having about planners and the online community, and hoping to create more ideas. So I really have a few ideas for my channel, and I'm excited to eventually get those out. I'm glad I wrote that, because now it reminds me that I have a little like content list in another book. Okay, then I did film a YouTube channel and then edit it and then posted it. Did we actually talk about this, or did we not? I feel like this looks familiar. Like, I feel like we did talk about this. Am I gonna have to go back and look? Let me check. Oh, I thought I talked about this. Okay, so my dog stole my breakfast bar, jumped out the window because he knows he can do that, and the cat has ruined the screen. So I caught him, but he was so cute. I was like hanging out the window laughing at him like, please, like, come back. Gave me my granola bar, and he drops the granola bar, comes up to me, and then turns around and gets the granola bar and then runs away. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And then I said I ordered a blue color cover on the curry and wanted to recreate the purple pilot. Hey, that's a secret. Don't share my secrets. Okay. Oops. It's okay. I almost shared a secret with you guys, and I can't do that yet. So we'll see. So then here I was kind of contemplating about drama, because drama is a means for like needing attention. And to be honest, this page was more of like a journaling, because I didn't get this page done on Wednesday. I believe this is the first page and only page so far that I had to backfill, and I didn't even write about the like day really. I wrote in the beginning, and then I use it as more of a journal page, and that's the beauty of a notebook. Thursday I packed to go out of town for a funeral service, and I did some time blocking here because I had a very busy back and forth day. And then I did my pharmacy refill, and it says that I was very happy to have a few days off, and I was making sure all of my clients were well cared for, and that when I got home I made sure, like after work, to give my dog a bath, because he is white. His fur is really short white fur, and anytime he gets any dirt on him, like, he needs a bath like right away. He's just the happiest little dirt dog. So I made sure to give him a bath, and then I got the trailer ready to go, and then did a couple more things around the house, and then packed up some groceries to leave after my last client, after visiting my last 2 clients. I wanted to double check on everybody before I left, because I was going to be gone all weekend, and that's just how I am. Like, I do my due diligence. I like to make sure my work is good. Like, I care about my job, and I'll make sure we keep our good reputation. So making sure everyone's good before I ever leave town. I do that all the time. And it ended up being so nice to reconnect with some of our family and family friends, and just talk over the bonfire and just meet and greet and catch up. So that's what I ended up writing for the last bit of it. Obviously, we had a loved one pass away, so this is a very kind of like a short entry for Friday as the day went on. And I did make note that towards the end of the service we were kind of just sitting around visiting again, and I had a very young cousin come by, and I was like, hey, do you want to like break out some pens with me and journal? And so it was fun, because I got to use some of my journals, some of my pens, some of my watercolors, and share with her and let her get the vibe of just playing in a notebook. And I didn't tell her she had to do anything, but we had fun doing that in my other notebook. So that was nice. I love to share the hobby with the younger generation. I just think it's interesting to see what they do with the tools that they get. But you know, I'm in the parent community, so I love what everybody does in their notebooks. So then my husband and I did a Q&A with each other, and I just wrote down our funny little answers. And then I covered some of this up because I was just fast jotting everything down. It was so busy after that, the weekend. I don't even know. It just went really, really fast. But I put sunscreen here because I forgot to bring the sunscreen, and somebody had some, thank goodness, but it was kind of too late. I was already pretty lobster red, so I have some dryness on my arm still. That was pretty. I'm feeling like that was one of the worst sunburns I ever had. And I was told if you're closer to water when you're out and about in the sun during the summer, for some reason the water reflecting the sun onto you somehow, even if you're not quite right next to it, it still will make it worse. So, and now that I've gone through that, I kind of believe it. So then I was just writing down, I literally just scribbled the rest of the day because I was ready for bed. I was just so tired. Then I did an overview, which I actually mean like week in review, not overview, because the overview would be the one coming up. And I just kind of went through it. So I put deep cleaning, planner community, YouTube, and oh, I got my channel back. Maybe that's what that was about. Okay, so I put on, oh yeah. This is like, I got my other YouTube channel back, which was under the handle Simple Flamingo, and they had taken it down due to like a spam. Somebody suggested that I was spamming people, which I kind of was, but I also kind of wasn't. I was sharing my book I wrote on relevant content, but anyways, they finally gave me my channel back after like 4 months, and I had to decide if I wanted to keep that one going because I did start this one, and I'm like, no, I'll keep them both. Like, I'll work on both of them. I just love the planner community, so. Anyways, so then drama journaling, I did that little like journaling exercise that day, gave Dasser a bath, our friend services, husband and I had a goofy Q&A, and short and sweet entries. Okay, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about on that week catch up. And then I did this week, which is the 14th to the 20th, which was actually last week, which is why we're catching up. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm gonna double check if I'm still filming. Okay, and then I decided sometimes I overwork myself. Okay, a lot of the time I overwork myself. So I told myself, okay, this week the first goal I'm gonna have is buy myself a matcha. I put, girl, you deserve it. I had to contact the library. I have like some ideas I wanted to share. And then I have a book that I'm trying to read. I was reading it 3 times that week. And then I did not want to buy anything on Mercari. Mercari's my weakness. I love them so much. I got all of them done, especially that matcha. Love a good matcha. And then this is the week. So the 14th, I run through everything. And then again, we go camping towards the end of the week. So you can see how busy I put myself. And I don't even write everything that I do down, but I need to slow down in all aspects. So let's see, Monday I painted my nails, I mopped the floors, and I vacuumed. I did the laundry and I sorted it out, and then I read a chapter in one of my books. The next day I did, our dishwasher was like not cleaning things correctly, and it needs to be deep cleaned. I'm really particular on like everything. Every dish I ever use has to be really, really clean. So I don't play that game. I took everything out and hand washed it all. I'm telling you guys, like, I know, sometimes I just do too much, but anyways. Then I did the laundry, took my bath, and then my grocery list, and then I did some notes on the book I'm reading. I forgot to go to the pharmacy, which is why it has this arrow to the next day, because this was my last day to go pick up my meds before I was leaving for the weekend, and that med refills for energy, and if I don't get that med filled, I don't even know why I did it, because then I ended up not even taking. Okay, we'll get into it. But anyways, let's move on. So I'm sunburned from the weekend, terrified as to what this means for future on Earth, because I felt like it was getting too hot. That's a whole like sad topic, but anyway. Did some of my payment overview and did some YouTube videos. And then my husband got new tires for his rig, and then I had a little chat with my boss, which is nice, because when you're doing the work I do, you're really isolated a lot, and I kind of wanted to touch base with her, so that was good. Then of course it was short entries. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that. It's been a busy day, came home to Happy Meal. It's from Independence Day sale. So I had just recorded that one and I uploaded it. So you guys should be seeing that before this video. I unboxed another notebook from Sterling Ink. If you want to see it, go to my last video. It's really short and sweet, but I'm silly. Like, I have my own weird quirkiness. So it all shows up. The one thing I did notice in the last video is my voice sounds like really young. I'll just let you know, and this is probably the only time I'll let you know. I'm 30 and I sound like I'm 12. Okay, got that out of the way. Kind of love it that my man and our friends are planning our camping trip. Oh, I discovered the For You by Charlie XCX on the radio too. That was cool. So I kind of just did a few highlights for Tuesday, and then of course why it was a short entry was because I was doing a lot. Then I wanted to break up all these pages, so I just threw on some ephemera, my stitching how-tos that I got from Pinterest, and then a creative expression of ideas. And what I think I'm going to do is continue doing like more little sticky notes in here and doing more creative ideas, just throwing it in here. This is a very precious entry. I will be referring back to this time and again because there is personal journaling in here. There's something I call star messages, and then there's my own response to the star message, and it's so important to me. It's like a sacred spiritual thing, and I'm so glad I used the stickers I did because it ended up being the perfect sticker collection for this journal entry. So that was beautiful. I'm going to refer back to it. If you want to know what star messages are, if you want me to get a little out there, I will do that. Just let me know. Okay, then Wednesday, I honestly feel like this is where we might have left off. So if I'm recapping a little extra, I'm sorry. So, but I don't remember. So Wednesday, it was a kind of busy day, but kind of smooth day. So I again did my reading and my notes, and then I did finally pick up my medicine before the weekend. Oof. No, I didn't. I had to pick it up here, didn't I? Yes, I picked it up there. Okay, let me just check again if we're recording, because I think this only gives me so much time. Okay. So, okay, I may have used silly dog noises to instigate my dogs. Oh my goodness, I totally remember doing that. So in the morning, sometimes, like, if my dogs still have a lot of energy, all the cats and all the dogs are kind of up on me, in my business, in my way. Like, they love me, I love them. They get fed, and then they're like, hey, you want to give me a treat? And I'm like, no. You guys had the best food just now, like, you'll be fine. So, I don't know why I decided to instigate them. I don't remember what that was about. I like when dogs hear, like when they pause in their tracks and they're like listening. So maybe that's why. I don't know. So let's see. I let them go back outside for a little bit, and then I had a chit chat with my dad, and then he was waiting for a transfer, and I recapped on my journaling entry. I just really loved the translation that I did, because once you have the journal entry, you also want to kind of break it down into something closer to a personal understanding. So you're gripping, it's like making more sense to you, and it's a lot easier to like draw from. I'm sorry, we'll get into that another time. If you're interested in star messages, let me know. So let's see, then I said my partner helped our friends with their, like, kind of finish up their Jeep with the rhino lining, and then I got to enjoy a little bit of chit chat with my good friends, and then we made a counter proposal to our county's animal task force. They are implementing an upgrade on the legalities around maintaining animals in our area, and I'm glad they're doing it, but people are really misguided, and I was considering going to the meeting, but I decided not to. But we did submit like a little comment, and I found out it's going to be like a meeting it's going to be a county commission meeting every 2 weeks, so it's going to take time to roll out everything. but that gives me time to take what I wrote down and make it into to make up a legalized statement that I can submit. So that's good. And then I got my identity stolen. That's, yeah, who would have thought? So there's that. I don't want to talk about it. It's ridiculous. Then I was obviously super busy with, so on Thursday I just did a whole list of packing to-dos and don't forgets, and then a very little like journal in the corner here, because it was a very busy day and we're trying to get ready to go camping. So then Friday I went to the grocery store, forgot my grocery list, had to go back to the recipes I was going to create, and I'm kind of glad I did because then I changed up one of them. I was going to make like dill potatoes and I ended up making something even better. Oh, it was a Parmigiano, so that was nice. And then, but of course, figures how do I lose my list? Well, I thought it would be in this book, usually would be. Thought it would be my purse. It's not. It just happened to be under the kitchen table and I just did not see it until I got home. So I went ahead and took a 2-hour nap in between grocery shopping and cooking and then packing. And then I made sure the fish and the cats were taken care of. I did a lot of the cleaning in the house because I like to come back to like a clean kitchen for sure. And then we packed up and met our friends at the gas station and they surprised us with some pizza, which was really nice. And we took a very long ride into the mountains in the dark. The boys have their light bars, so it was interesting to get up there the way that we did, but we did make it. We set up camp and we all kind of visited for a little bit and then we went to bed. The next morning my dog woke us up in the tent, and then grateful my husband like helped them out so I could kind of sleep a little bit. And then I usually don't do this. If I'm camping, I like to get up, get out of my PJs, get right into my day clothes, put on my makeup, get myself all ready and polished, and then we're camping. This time I didn't do that. I got up, went out in my PJs, no makeup done, and just enjoyed our company around the fire. And then my friend and I, both still in PJs, we went looking for frogs around the ponds near our camp, and like it's just so cute, like seeing our animals enjoying the lake and running around with each other, and it was just so nice and beautiful. That spot was, when I turned around to see the lake, I was so surprised how beautiful it was. So I'm really glad that's where we ended up going. And then we found this really cool like pool where a head gate goes for farmers, but the pooling of the lake had turned this beautiful like blue color, but it was also transparent so you could see pretty far, and I think it was about a 5-foot pool, and it was just so beautiful. If it was warmer we would have swam in it, but it was cool. Then on Sunday we woke up to the sunlight on our tent, and it was like making the tent really warm, and I just had a really nice time just relaxing, enjoying the company and the dogs running around and having a fun. And I'm so proud of pre-prepping our food. Like I definitely want to do that again. That was great. And then again we were just enjoying our camping trip, just hanging out by either the campfire or walking around the lake, whatever it was we were doing. It was just really relaxing. So we did go home that Sunday, and I just want to say I didn't take my energy med, so I ended up sleeping the whole ride down, just about, and I was still tired when I got home. So that just goes to show you that I live in an autistic body. So this is going to be week 4, and we'll go over this in the next video because I'm still in the week 4 of July, and I'm glad we could catch up to here. So we'll be talking about some interesting things when it comes to the planner community in the next video, I hope. So stay tuned for that in the next recap and the next plan with me. Thanks guys. Bye.